How about now? Sorry about that. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, that was my bad. I forgot to turn my audio, my sound card back on. Okay. We should hopefully be to normal. If that starts to happen again, please let me know. Appreciate you catching that though, because that could have gone on for a long time before I caught that. Okay, so we've got 20 stators. We will send those right down here. You should just do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. All right, so that is nice and simple. We will. Well, maybe, I might raise this up. Not gonna lie. Because I want to be able to get some kind of walkways through here. And as silly as that kind of looks, it just is a lot more functional. And then we can run stuff on the ceiling as well. There we go. And then we have room down here to run. We can run some catwalks through here to get up with the machines and everything, so I think that just works out better. Okay, so unfortunate that that derailed the stream. I again apologize about that. Hopefully we will be able to get everything that we need to get done. Now over here, let's see. We need both cable. Okay, so I think I'd rather have, let's see. I think I'd rather have this stuff like in this row, so I may move the assemblers forward one, because that is probably, oh, that might work, actually. That might work. Let's see. You know, that's fine. And then we don't have to move them, so that works for me. Bottom, yeah, we'll probably do a similar thing. So bottom will be cable, run that over, and then the top will be stators, just like over there. For these, we're gonna have to merge, and then we will need a smart splitter here. That is something I did not think about, is where are we going to have storage? Because I need to store motors, I need to store stators, and eventually I need to store sand fluctuators. So that's 3 things. Not too crazy. Could put like a drop down area in here to kind of preserve the cool visual. Maybe we toy with that. I think that'd be different, at least. So let's see, in that case, now we'll still keep this like this. So actually what we'll do then though is we'll just put the smart splitter here. We said you're gonna go up to the top. That, and then what we'll do is that is your primary destination. Any overflow you have can go to the side, and then that can get worked into the storage room somehow. Okay, I like that. This is all going to get grouped up for now. This is super overkill, but we need 2.5 for this phase, and then we're gonna need 5 to make the adaptive control whatevers. in the next phase. So that's what those would be for. Okay, so this guy will probably just get run out, down, and over. Nothing too complicated there. So I'll probably just put like a 4-hole right here for now. We'll call that good. Alright, so if I wanted to do the floor level down, probably want to do something like that. I know that sticks up. I'm kind of okay with it. And like that too. We might kind of cover it up or something. But this would be plenty of space for 3 storage chests, right? We don't need a lot of storage of these items. So we could do it like that. That could be motors, and then stators or fluctuators, whichever way we prefer. We have some nice open space here. We can do like catwalks going up in the corners. So we have access all around. That's kind of cool looking. All right. So motors, how is the best way to get those in? Probably just going to run them right up here. So we'll do the same. We'll go up so that we can preserve some kind of walking space. And then we do want to have overflow set up for these. So we can do that all down here. Actually, going up would kind of mess with the visuals, so maybe we don't, although then we can't walk there. Well, I guess if we just have catwalks running, we're fine. So maybe we can walk there. Right, because like if this keeps going up like that, and then let's say, you know, we had something here, we could kind of run that however we needed. That would still preserve our nice view. This look pretty cool. Okay, so I will leave that there just so we can remember it in the future. But I think that's an okay spot, honestly, to put it. And then that actually would make sense to do something like this. So we have our access, we can get around, do what we need to do. Alright, cool. So that's motors. Let's get that connected up, and then overflow, we're gonna have the awesome sink over there. So we'll do overflow going that way. Say any undefined. I don't know if that matters anymore, but it's an old habit. And those die hard, so. Okay. Now for the output line, probably just do something like that. Snap a merger on it. Move everything down. Build walls there. This might not work. I have to go like that. And then the overflow line. Are there motors on there? There shouldn't be motors on. Oh, it's just the extra. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There we go. Okay, good, good, good. The overflow line could go under the floor here. Then could either actually just get raised up and into the awesome sink that I should put back, because we do want to have that. Welcome back, Morris. You missed our stream crash out, so I guess you didn't miss too much. But welcome back. So then let's see, if I did the items there, does that make sense? Or would it make more sense to just run them under the floor completely and then in? Decisions. Because if that was... Why is that messed up? We would clip if we tried to merge in that way. We could rotate, but that doesn't look that good. Yeah, I got like crazy storms moving through here. Like I looked on the radar because I was like, is it really that bad? And literally like the whole state is just like phew, getting hammered right now. So I think we just took a good beating. It could happen again. I hope it doesn't, but it very well likely might. It very likely might. So. Alright, this has to be a Mark III, and we want to run you down there. So let's do that. So that's all these need. These are ready to go otherwise. They've got their stators in them. Just kidding, I didn't even hook up the other inputs, but that's one. Let's do that real quick, shall we? There, we'll go there. See, I'm like running out of iron too, which is not great. Okay. Oh yeah. Plenty of that too, yeah. Thankfully where I'm at, we don't have tornadoes and stuff too often. I mean, they happen, don't get me wrong, they can happen, but like we got enough hills and stuff that thankfully block a lot of that up from happening. So yeah, tornadoes are like one of the nasty, like God, tornadoes are terrifying. They're just terrifying. It's an immense amount of energy. Alright, for now I'm not going to hook it up because we just don't need it. This is going to take a really long time to fill up. This will go to the space elevator and we'll finish this stage before we need to worry about overflowing, and then 2 of these will be sent into the steel facility. But until that point, we're just going to sink them to keep stuff moving. So, but then eventually, like, just this one will be going in, so we'll rework how the whole system is worked there. But for now, we can hit that. We can hit that. We can put stators in here. So if we take this output here, we said we want that one. Let's switch it to the middle instead. And then let's give ourselves some room. So we can possibly get SAM fluctuators in here as well somehow, like maybe on this line or this center line. Go like that. I can run you into there. And then I have some space for the sand fluctuators to go into here. Never saw one, but we have some storms that'll just rip roofs off. Yeah. Yep. We got a lot of storms. I mean, we'll get storms that'll just pick up your entire house and fuck it, you know. Yeah. It's more of a Midwest problem than East Coast, but they have happened. It's a crazy thing. It's like we have had tornadoes on the East Coast. We get hurricanes though. That's the big threat for the East Coast. So, all right. These guys are humming along. We've got a bunch of rotors. I could probably empty these out. You know what would be smart is some catwalks, right? The more I look at this, the less I like it. Because I want the catwalks like near the machine so I can easily access them. What's the difference between a tornado and a hurricane? Okay, so think like size, basically, like area of effect and like what actually happens inside. But like a tornado is the one that comes down from the clouds and it's like a spiral, you know, and it'll like touch down. It's like just a big cyclone around the ground. Like it forms on the ground. A hurricane forms over the ocean and is like hundreds of miles wide, and like the wind speeds in a tornado can be really, really high. I don't know which one can be faster, but like hurricanes are more of a sustained, like it's so big it's gonna hit you, it'll be there for a day, and it's like wind, rain, like sea level rise, flooding, like all the stuff, just terrible stuff, you know. But they form in like warmer waters, like they get their strength from like warm water, so that's why we get a lot of them form in like the Caribbean, and then they make their way north, and if they're really strong, then they have a bunch of energy. When they slam into the coastline, they like do a ton of damage. So that's a hurricane for you. We've had a few in Jersey that have been really, really destructive. Thankfully, it's been a few years since we've had anything serious, but they are always coming. So if I do this now, there we go. Gives me access to this whole row, which is great. Let's empty you out. And I mean, I'm not a meteorologist, right? So don't like, you know, that's my layman's explanation. Am I worried about that? Not really. I think we're gonna be fine there. I would like, I think one like that. Same with CT. Yeah, we got rocked by Sandy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, the Caribbean gets hit exceptionally hard in comparison to us. These might have to move, actually, because they are going to clip otherwise. Yeah, Caribbean gets hit really bad. Yeah. Sandy ripped the roof off my high school. Freaking nasty lady. Not gonna use the the other word. Keep it PG. You know? Yeah, she was a tough one, man. They did a lot of damage. In the coral, yeah. Now hurricanes are no joke. They're pretty real. I had a buddy that lived down in Florida. He comes in here occasionally, but he's been through a good amount of them, and I actually was through what was it, Hurricane Ian a few years back that hit Florida. I just happened to go down to visit him, and it literally hit and like shut down the state. So I was stuck there for like a week until we could start flying home and stuff again. Uh, hey, what's up, Zach? Wrote out Hurricane Harvey in college. I remember hearing about Harvey. Hell, yup. Yup. Yeah, she really didn't like that school, man. You're right. You're right. I forget, my school was closed for like a couple of months. I remember like the hallway that, obviously like the building that got ripped off, like that area of the school like flooded out and everything. Like it got all crazy. So yeah, man. But Zach, that's wild, dude. Because I've heard stories of Harvey. I know that was an intense one. Also good to see you, man. Okay, so that is good. Oh, why are you making stators? Whoops. Here's a bunch of stators for you, though. Okay, so I just want to make sure these don't, like, clip into anything or anything. Intense rain for a couple of days. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah. You got a story to tell, though, from it, so it's cool. Let's cap this and just add some stairs. That, and then, ooh, perfect. So this one can go here. Let's go like that. And then it got worse. Yeah. No, I mean, that's usually how hurricanes go. It's like when the hurricane hits, that's one problem, and then you have the aftermath to deal with, and that's obviously a massive beast. Damn. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. The damage that it causes to infrastructure and everything like that is the actual real, you know, stuff. Obviously, loss of life and all that stuff too is extreme. So, but yeah, no water is literally like super dangerous. That's the worst case scenario for a lot of things. It's crazy though. Back when I was a firefighter, like I was a firefighter when Sandy hit in my town still, and I remember we were like super worried about just like all sorts of stuff happening. We had standby crews and stuff the whole time because Brave the Storm, trucked us water. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. Storm stories are always just like insane because it's just like everything's just always happening at once. It's just too much going on and just chaotic. Yeah, it's a reason for it too. Morris, you're right. That one I think is mainly because it's just cheaper to build, like the way that they like to, you know, with those materials. Trying to decide if I want a catwalk running through the middle here. I kind of do, but it's also sort of for that reason. Like, it's also then cheaper to rebuild, you know. So, like, I think that's down the middle. I can access you, and I can access you. Okay, so that's pretty good. Why are you stalled out, though? This is all stalled, basically. Okay, and what's wrong with you? Just not outputting fast enough. Okay. Why is that? That would be why. We found the culprit. I ought to take care of that. Yeah. No, that was one thing that definitely stood out to me when I went to Italy. I was like, dang, everything is just like stone and like all different. That's crazy, bro. I think it's like I don't want to. You don't have to tell me like where you went to school and all that stuff, but I went to school in New England, and I remember hearing stories of people talk about Harvey. I think it was Harvey, and like having similar experiences, being like, yeah, we were trapped in the dorm, I couldn't evacuate, like yada yada yada. But yeah, man, no, the Europeans, they build their stuff stout, ain't messing around. Which, like, to a degree, I completely respect, because, like, from a fire safety standpoint and, like, you know, heating and cooling and all that stuff, it's, like, the way to do it, so. We're just gonna keep adding catwalks around because I like it. I mean, the factory's running. We should plummet into the elevator, huh? That'd be smart. Let's do that. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, otherwise we're running. We probably already have like 100 automated wiring. Whoops, that's my fault. Let's get that going. Yeah, if there's fire in the next room, you're basically safe. Exactly. Yeah. Dude, that's the way to do it, though. That's like when I was stuck in Florida with my friend. We literally had a hurricane party. That's what we called it. We just all like got a bunch of stuff to drink and like literally we just hung out for like a week straight. It was pretty cool. It's a good time. So I'd like to do that. I think just like run something over, but obviously not that gross. So. Nothing wrong with doing that. I really want to like sit down and binge like all the Star Wars stuff, like, you know, 1 through 6. I don't really care for the new stuff too much, but let's see. Odds are we are flat. Ah, that's kind of sad, but understandable. I think I actually nailed that. That's crazy. You got that. Hell yeah. It's probably a comfort show for someone. They invited people because, yeah, exactly, right? Hey, nothing wrong with that. That person's probably helped a few other people that doing that, you know? So, okay, we're up here. So let's go like that. And then let's see. I think like I'm just guessing at this point, but I think that's right. Feels right. Feels Goodman? Okay, that's pretty rough. Did not get that right. So we gotta go, looks like down one more. And I also think it's kind of on a weird angle. Yeah. Harvey hit during move-in weekend. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not fun. Okay, that's still pretty bad, but it's only gonna be like that for a little while, is it? Oh, I was like, it's not done already, right? That's insane. You forgot about him in an hour. I mean, hey, if it works, it works, I guess, right? Alright, there we go. We'll help that along. Dump what we had in there. So it's 7.5 per minute. I mean, that's like, what, 70 more to go? 10 minutes, give or take. So it's not bad. I will turn this green because we are supplying enough right now. And we'll turn that white. Alright, so phase 2 is not done. We're not going to say that it's done, right? But we're getting there. It's very hot and mosquitoes are insane. That sounds like here. Nasty stings. Ugh. Phase 2 done though. We got it. We got it. So we'll let that finish doing its thing. In terms of the decoratives, nice job. In terms of the decorative stylings for here, we kind of have a lot of freedom. We can figure out a couple things. Can I build depots? Okay, I can. I just need fluctuators. Perfect. Let's see, what do I need for... Looks like I'm short on reanimated sand. Okay. I can't lie, while this runs around, I kind of want to go pick up some Mercer Spheres. Or not Mercer Spheres. Oh no, yeah, Mercer Spheres, yeah. Because I want to increase the upload speed of our dimensional depots. To be better. Probably gonna need an elevator over here as well. I don't know where we're gonna put that, but we probably want one. Get up from like down here, and then up and in. So we'll figure out a spot for that. And then up here, catwalk wise, I'm happy with all of this. So let's do check, check. Done, done. Lovely. Alright, and we want to build this place in. So let's start over here. Now, color-wise, it's not going to be green. So like all that can go away. We're going to do clean slate. Same thing here. All this is going to go away. Alright, so this area is kind of, I think, where we're going to start. And what I have in mind, let's see, I have an idea, it's just a matter of executing on it. Damn, dude, that's crazy, out here chilling, and I mean, respect, I appreciate you, dude, I appreciate you. So, I would love for, like, the stuff to have a cool, like, straight up here kind of effect going on. It's just, it does have to split, right? Like, we have to get these lines separated to a degree. So that part, I'm just not totally sure how I want to go about it. But like visually, let's see. Let's just kind of start putting stuff down and figuring out a rough idea. So like there'd be a piece of glass like that. hotspot for your iPad to watch on. I've heard that like Portugal's internet is a little bit rough. I've heard that from people before. So do something like that. Yeah, some spots is good, right? So, yeah, something like that. And then the items would be going up. And then... like, we'd have, like, it would be, like, built in quite a bit. So maybe even something like this. Not a mosquito inside. So let's go to there. And then, like, I'll put a wall. Okay, so if we paint... should probably decide on a factory color. What do we have so far? Pick a paper for the win. Alright, so we got green, orange, light blue, blue, brownish red, purple, grays for all of those. I'm thinking like a steely blue kind of color. Problem is I can't edit too many of these because if I start changing this, it's going to change the building color. So I have to be careful to a degree, I think, about what I change. I think I can change you, so let's go for like a... somewhere in the blues. It's kind of purpley. Ooh, that's sort of what I'm looking for. Maybe something like that. Kind of like that. I think I like that. I'm gonna do the wall there. And then the idea. So it would be Mark 3. Because we want it to look kind of full. And another mark. Only works if we have them going the right way. Okay, so there we go. So all the items would be like flowing up, and then up there we would have a like switching area. Maybe we do half foundation. that could actually just be a full station. Okay. Cool. And then let's see. So for the first level, I'm thinking we actually would raise that up. So let me get up here. Alright, so that is our 240 line. And that one's the 120. So we already know 120 is going in here. So we could... No, I didn't want to fall. No. Let's try that again. Alright, so basically I want to get this one also raised up. So actually I should just bring you over. That. And then we're not going to delete anything yet until we have the line connected in there. So get rid of you. There we go. Stuff going up. Still has what was left on this line. Can go straight in, and then we can build some of this in a little bit more with like glass or something like that. For this one, like I'm thinking a lot of this is going to be built in, but we'll see. Over here, I think actually makes more sense is we put it not smart, not a vertical splitter, sorry. Alright, so don't need to keep falling off, that's annoying. Just do that for now. Okay, so how does it set up down here? Get rid of you. I guess we have to use a smart splitter. So that's fine. And then here, literally, I know it's silly, but we'll drop it back down. It'll come out there, and then that one will go up and in. Okay. It's fine. Try that. Okay. Go. Damn, man. The mosquito. So that's good. And then now you go in here. And we'll go like that. Damn. That's sad, dude. Not a bad drink. Okay, so now from out here, right? We got like that kind of look happening. Maybe we throw some like lighting in there, so that helps it out a little bit more. And then for steel pipes, we can do something similar. Let's see, from the top, we would be... Yeah, please. Hello. And I think we're going to change this as well, slightly. Although, maybe not, because... It's so hard to not fall off stuff, I don't know why. I need a control button like in Minecraft so I can sneak around stuff. Alright, so if I go like that... Could do the... Windows. It's true, we just do a lot of sugar. Let's see, so if we paint you like that. We could make something work. It's kind of hard with the shadows to see, but I think it would convey the idea. Trying to think if we could possibly do this in a way be better. Is what I'm thinking. We could have some kind of like either walking access or just access over here. I know that turn is too tight. That might be doable. Because I have to more be worried about that. And then here. Can nudge you back. Nope. Up and in, and then go like that. Alright, so then we can have some kind of access way, and then I like having honestly having the belt there like that is cool with me. So it's starting to kind of take shape, the idea, at least in my head, that I had in my head. That's probably going to be a door, I think we said, right? So I don't think we'll turn that. We could, though. We could make this like a more kind of wide area, although then it doesn't really work. Well. Sorry, I'm catching up chat a little bit. Arizona is great. I'm probably late to that. Love me an Arnold Palmer, man. Never go wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I think we would close that off because there's no need for that to be glass. But then from like in here, right? That's like a very interesting look. We could... If I were to do that, we could do something like that. And then we would be able to fit our floor hole up there. I think that's kind of cool looking, honestly. That would change that quite a bit. Let's see. Why are things moving so slowly? I just noticed we're at like 32. Like this is stalled out. Oh yeah, I broke the steel. What did I break? What? Okay, so this is like super done. I mean, I'm just gonna let it... What? Alright, we'll dump that and then we'll pick up the line. Yeah, that's a huge monster though. I thought like... It's too much. Monster's too much. There's just too many drinks. But yeah, man, we have definitely shrinkflation going on for sure. Just charging more for less. That's a universal problem. All right, so that will finally finish out. I was wondering why the number was not going up. Took me a little to catch on there. All right, so that will resolve itself. You obviously will never fix that. But everything being stalled helps out, and then that'll catch up. Okay. So I can do that, but I can't. Why? doesn't make any sense. If I can do it there, why can't I do it there? I have questions. Reach. Sugar tax. It's like, I don't love the sound of it, but also it's like, yeah, it's probably not a terrible thing, maybe? I don't know. I would assume there's more like health-minded benefits for that, but like probably just trying to hit you where they can. The fact that I can't build something there just really bothers me. I don't know why it's like so... I guess I don't have to. I could do... something like that. A little smarter, a little easier. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm actually drinking iced tea now that we're talking about that. It's funny. I'm always trying to, and then I always just be like, yeah, whatever. But I really should. I should be better with it. Okay. Now... steel pipes are obviously going to change as well. Yeah, it definitely is a bit of both, right? Like, they're like, no, it's so you're healthier, and then they're like, but also tax revenue. So... trying to see if there's another way we can do this to make some more space down here for ourselves. And what I mean by that is I want to bring this up through, down, and in, and that would be possible if this was over here. Currently, it's not super easy to do. I think there is a way to do it. Although not really, I don't think. Let's see. Hitting all the wrong buttons, I am sorry. Trying to find that one. Yeah, it's hard to stop sometimes. I mean, I definitely feel that. So, if... like, how do we want this instead, right? You're cool where you are. You just need to be somewhere else, but then... there's no good way to do that. Because you would have to kind of crisscross, and that's, like, just awkward. It's doable, though. It is doable. Because then instead, what's going to happen is you are going to be my Mark II. That's got to rotate like that. Okay, so that can go straight in, and then now what we're going to have to do is figure out how to get Mark IIs over there, the Mark II line, which is coming from here. And then the Mark III into there. I think what I'm going to just do is do one of those like that. You'll be right here. We'll get you up to the level you need to be at. Okay, one too high. Let's bring the line out this way. Okay, so if we're all the way one below that. Nope. Try again. That just does not make sense. Realistically, this should go up earlier. And then what I can do is come like out. I need to go out though. Here. Alright, we got there in the end. It took a while, but we got there. That can go in, so this one could go a little less. Alright, that was confusing, but I think we got there. Oh, dude, I just jumping on the Fanta conversation. I had Fanta in Italy, and it was so good. So much better than here, without question. Like, actually tasted like an orange drink, not chemicals. Very nice. Would try again. Okay, and now, watch, this is all gonna be so worth it. He says. Hopefully. Now we can run you like that. You might not be able to do this same style thing all the way around, but because yeah, the front I think we'll need something different. I don't know, I think it's like an interesting idea. Something a little different. We'll make it like a focal point of the build, you know. For this, let's see. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Keep it up. Keep it up. The one thing with working out that I've learned over the years is that it doesn't really matter what you do. You just gotta be consistent with it. Like, if you're just doing push-ups, like, that's cool. But just make sure you're doing your push-ups and you're staying with it, you know? And you should see some kind of result. Think you're working out? Yeah, it's tough. Like, at least for me, I've always enjoyed it. You know, it's actually, I really miss it. I need to get like back to it desperately, but yeah, it's something I've always enjoyed. But some people just do not get enjoyment out of it, and I completely understand that. It's gonna be really hard to motivate yourself to do something if you have zero motivation or zero enjoyment doing that thing, right? So. That you just gotta go. You just gotta like get out the house and start, and then your body will take over. You should be like, oh shit, I'm running. Like, oh god, here we go. So. Because that used to be, I used to run a lot. I really enjoyed it as well. But I don't think my knees could handle that anymore. Doesn't take much, man. Doesn't take much. Let's put the Mark III back here. I just think this is like a much cleaner look visually than what we had before. You know, and it's kind of interesting looking, so. Like it. I gotta actually hook up the belt pipes though. Let's do that. Okay, so really all of this can be filled in. You guys know. That. Let's see. So for this wall, definitely leaning towards a door. And of course it would be a side door like that. So we can take away our ladder for now. So I want to make that the corner. I can. Like, there's nothing stopping me, really. And then we can kind of make this the edge of the machine area. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. So, put you there. Let's see. All sports in high school, best shape. Turn my phone off. Best shape was ever high school. Or no, wait. Best shape we were. I'm guessing 14, but I got you. Yeah, I'm weird, man. I'm like so skinny that I have the like skinny physique. So it's like I look like I kind of have something going on, but I really don't. Like there's nothing really happening under there. So I'm just gonna kind of start placing stuff and seeing where it takes me, and then we'll just go from there. Like we're not too committed to any one style or idea. Okay, I fell. Might be easier from the ground a little bit. Who knows? But oh, that's hilarious. Sorry. Like just picturing a tiny like 4-year-old absolutely ripped baby. I think it's pretty funny. Never been the skinny dude, but just like yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean tons of body types out there, man. That's it. In terms of getting to the ground, we really want to do here, because there's going to be a lot going on. We could have like a really, really big wall, like some of these, you know? But never, it's like a really flat wall, you know? So I'm not super sure about that. G's not always in your favor. Yeah. That is unfortunately a massive, massive part of it, so. Is this a modded item? Oh no, structural solutions, expanded walls. Okay, I was about to say, what the hell? Genes were not kind, yeah. I don't think they were that kind to me either, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we're getting by. We're alive. Alright, let's see. What kind of like cool stuff? I do want to use some of these for like the front area. But over here, I mean, I could be convinced to just kind of take it to the ground for maybe this like central tower sort of thing. So let's see. Because if we can come up with a good looking solution, then it's something that we can translate to the rest of the build. Oh yeah, dude, trust me. Like I am like it's a problem how skinny I am for me and like my health and stuff. So like it's not a good thing. You know, so definitely I would rather have personally I would rather have more weight and stuff on me than where I'm at right now. So but you know, there's plenty of people that are like, nah, I'd rather I don't know. There's an unhealthy weight, you know, for sure. And that I'm not trying to be this skinny, I guess. It's kind of what I'm trying to say, you know? So that's where it's like not a ideal thing for me. She could eat everything and be skinny. Yeah, right. I'm sure a lot of people do. I mean, I can't do that. Like my diet is not great. So let's see. I mean, we could do that. That's like a lot of this. Although we've never done it with this kind of style before, like building a big one. If I did something like that, then like half foundations or something. Or like angled foundations. It's like I don't hate it. It's very samey though. I feel like we could do something better, but there's not. I don't know. I also don't want to spend 1 billion hours building in a factory, you know? That we don't have to. I just want to see how this corner would look if we were to go with this. Yeah, that's obviously a problem. Is there an inside corner? I don't have it if there is. Okay. Maybe it'd be in here. Does I don't know. That seems like a lot. Skim through here. Jeez, there's a lot. Yeah. It's definitely like some of this somewhere. But because I moved those, that throws off the grid. I don't love it. Heck yeah, man. No, it's cool. I appreciate that. Goal is to just make some, you know, some enjoyable videos for people to hang out and chill and kick back to. So appreciate it. I'm glad to hear we're doing something right. Man, I just can't figure out what I want to do here. Like, so I'm just gonna do some walls along the bottom for now, and then maybe something will come to me. But I think if I just keep trying to fix the same area, I'm just gonna drive myself crazy. Let's make that a solid wall, just because I think it makes sense. Building at a distance right now. Definitely not the smartest way to do this, but we're doing it. Alright, so like you would definitely be straight down like that. Alright, move on, move on, move on, move on. So I think definitely big window wall facing the other factory. That pretty simple. I already put the white stripe there. Perfect. Now for the second level, do we really need to do all that? We really don't. Like we could go to like here. Be okay with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although, no, just kidding. So it'd be like that. And then it would turn and go down that way. For all of this, I'm not quite sure. I think for here, probably just makes sense to kind of like foundation that. Although we could just use walls. I don't know. I want it to feel like substantial enough. Oh, we are done with phase 2. Okay. Let's take this out. We will not need that ever again, which is kind of funny, but that's what it is. Alright, let's go set up the awesome sync now that we're done with phase 2. And then we'll go launch phase 2, and then see where we're going from there. Okay, so phase 2 complete. Pipe. Pipe. Let's keep that simple for now. Need you like that. Check it off the list, my man. Check it off the list. Alright. Oh yeah, I want to do that too. So we'll figure all that, and then we can get our overflow going in here. I think we are going to run it under. Mainly because it's just an overflow, it's not that visually interesting. Put the lift here. Also gotta be okay. So then what we're gonna do is we'll drop you down. And then when it's time, we can split that and we can send that over into the steel factory. You will go here. All right, perfect. Sticky hot. Oh yeah, that's the freaking worst, man. Just like the crazy high humidity and no relief at all. Oh. Yeah, that's gnarly, dude. I'm sorry. We get pretty rough humidity where I'm at too sometimes, but 87 is like... The air is basically water. I mean, you're that's tough. So she's spooling up. That is great. And then any extra stuff that we produce from this factory, we will be able to send into the awesome sink. Let me make a few more of these guys. Yeah, because like it's not even 87 degrees, 87% humidity. Like that is just gnarly. I'm sure ours has been pretty rough. I haven't checked it in a while though. Alright, so you are waiting on steel pipes. Understandable. Steel pipes are broken. Okay, why? Yeah, I definitely need an access port in here. Yeah, right? Don't know, don't look. You never... What you don't know can't hurt you, or something like that, maybe. Okay, so they're on there. Why are they not going where I need them to go? That'd be why, huh? That'd be why. Okay. Answer received. Do I not have any way to get upstairs right now? I don't. You know, if that wasn't there, this could be a great elevator location, because I think this goes all the way to the ground. It does. Okay. We're gonna move that. This is like too perfect for an elevator spot to not put one in, so we're just gonna have to figure it. You might not have to move that. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Alright, so we're gonna do this, right? Okay. Oh wait, I thought there was a foundation down here. Shit. So we could put it at 4 meters, or we could drop it like... or raise it a meter, so that we're kind of above the ground. Like that. And then... Alright, I need a way up here, so let me put a ladder back in. Because what I'm going to need to be able to do is run up to the top and check that the top level is how we want it. And that'll be, this will be a fine way of doing that. Okay. Oh, dude, the heavy blanket is the way to go. Concur. Okay, hopefully it's not gonna get clipped by like the walls or anything. But I think this should work. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, it's gonna work. Okay. And this is the top floor, correct? Correct. Lovely. See, this is why you just start putting stuff down, because it all just will fall into place. Oh, a weighted blanket is nice too. And then this can be how we actually bring power in here, which is cleaner than clipping it through the floor too. Not that I'm opposed to doing it that way, but this is nice. Alright, let's call the elevator. Just kidding, let's go down a level. me your duck. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out really, really well. We're probably gonna do a similar thing as that elevator over there. So let's get rid of any of the windows that we don't want. Now I can probably stay there for now, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Should we trim it out right now? I don't think we're gonna bother with that. Zoop 2 that shoots you into the elevator. Nice. But I don't have time to wait. I got places to be. Nice. Let's see. If I go like that, and then I go down, and then I go back up. Okay, the only issue is here. We obviously cannot do that. If I did that, trying to hide my crimes, alright? We're gonna figure this out. Go down one. The idea is gonna be that we're not gonna be able to see any of the gross stuff because we can cover it all up. Right, at least. Zoopa doopa. Massive cliff is kind of breaking the vibe a little bit, but okay, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but it's not the worst also. We might just build the wall over to block out the stone piece instead. I think that was wrong anyway. So let's see, if I went here, we just ran that up. Yeah, I do kind of think that looks better. Then from inside, let's go to the top. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, so that would not be there. Or would it? No, it probably would. Yeah, that was one thing I did pretty early on into, like, you know, making real money and being able to do it. I bought a mattress for myself. I was like, I'm getting rid of this childhood bed. This thing is ancient and I need a real freaking bed. So that was very quickly one of the things I did. This is way too far. Go to like there. Okay, so let's flesh out the top level a little bit, just get it mapped out. That, I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet. You do have to be there because I don't have a connection on the bottom yet, okay? And then let's see, we'll want a few doorways around. Oh, maybe just the one over here for now. Oh, we got a nice view of the elevator over here. And I think just repeat the door on the other side. More access, more good. Okay, now we could run this all the way across to there. Let's see what that looks like from outside. I'm sure it looks fine. It's like the same building methods we've been using. It's not bad. I think once we trim out the elevator, it'll look a lot better. We'll make that top part together. But yeah, for like the whole like underneath section, I'm really gonna have to figure something out there because I'm not super pleased if it's just gonna be floating around. Definitely want to trim it in. Yeah, I don't miss the days of doing stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it was fun, but also, like, I don't know. Like, I spent the weekend on a friend's couch, and I'm like, yeah, I can only do that so much. Let's make this solid. Just because it's like a corner. Cyanogen architect. I appreciate it, fellas. I appreciate it. At least you're saying that, because I would be... Oh, we're at iron. Oh yeah, did I want to cap this early? I guess we could. And by cap this early, I meant the wall. Like, meet with the roof here instead. Something like that. I still kind of like the idea of these being like roof railings. It works. Oh yeah, 100%. No, it's like, it's good to go like hang out with buds and stuff and do shit like that, but exactly, it's like you gotta keep it in moderation, otherwise, whoops, your body's gonna be feeling it. At least I know mine would be. So. at this age, at least. I ain't the same I used to be, I tell you what. Alright, come on, 2 more iron. 1 more iron. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Maybe we'll move the door, because it's on the same side there, so. Man, in hindsight, 2 blue factories next to each other is, like, not really the smartest move, but I mean, we'll see how it looks. I have so much automated wiring on me. Okay, gotta put that into the awesome sinks. We also need a good way into here. Oh, wait, let's launch phase 2, shall we? Should we do that? Sorry, I've been like all over the place, but let's do this, huh? I don't know. Time check. How many hours in? A lot. Not tonight.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will be strengthened.
Incredible. Oh, the oil is on the way. Did somebody say oil? Send it. Really doesn't get old. It's very cool.
Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity. For Fixit.
We did it. Okay, let's change that guy. Wrong way. All right. Pretty good. 1 and 2 done. Automated stuff is going. Now we need 2,500. So yeah. Fun thing, what we're gonna have to do is increase versatile frameworks. Those will, but the 10 that we're already automating has to stay where it's at. So we can add more production because we need to get to this 25, right? So, but the 10 we're using here, we cannot put that towards the elevator. That has to stay how it is, I think. And then we can add 15 up to there. That 15 can go into here, and then once it's done, all in. Although I guess we could just use it. It doesn't really... It's still going to the elevator, right? Like... I don't think I cut the smart plating. I think I just bumped it up to 10. in hindsight. So yeah, I guess we could probably just keep that, and then we'll just bump it up accordingly. But I'm not gonna worry about hooking that up right now because we just have way more other stuff to do. But yeah, no, this is looking all right. I think this is gonna look really cool. It's gonna be a nice facility for us. We might throw like an elevator in over here too, just to get like to the first level in there, just because that one is kind of far away. But we'll see. In terms of getting some catwalks up here, I think I want to build in the front more. But let's put a temporary one. I put one here. Probably rather be going there, so let's see if we can do that. Oh, I thought that was a corner. Never mind. This is really just a temporary solution to get up and down. Works for me though. Okay. That's doing pretty good. What happened with the stators? Why are they not filling up anything? I mean, they're not running. That's problematic. But okay, so it was set up the right way. Why are none of you running? Because there's no steel pipes. Why are there no steel pipes? I don't know. Oh, I do know, because I'm an idiot, and I never fixed them. Even though I knew I broke them, and I just completely ignored that. Nice. Oh, take it easy, brother. We're going to be wrapping it up anyway in a little bit. But always good seeing you. Appreciate you, as always. You have a good rest of your night. And a good day tomorrow and all that good stuff. Now, that goes like that. That's a lot better. And then... that's wrong. Okay, almost there. Almost got steel back. Alright, Morris, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. I'll catch you next week, or next Friday. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Nice. Back home with the real internet, real bed. We love that. Alright, man. Yeah, take it easy. Have a good one. Alright, so there we go. That finally gets steel pipes working again. Let's go down a level. So this is all going to be like really upset. And I don't have that much steel pipe, but I can go get some. So let's do that. Let's grab steel pipe. Let's get the facility running, and then probably call that a day. Because I also have to go to work tomorrow, and I got a few things I got to do tonight before then. So let's see, how much stuff am I carrying that I just don't need to be carrying? Quite a bit. Let's get that in there. Okay. I also want to get rid of all these automated wirings that I'm holding, but one thing at a time. Can dump them into the guys here though, and that'll give me a little bit of time. Okay, that'll help a lot though. Making sure this place is running smooth again. Very nice. Now technically, I'm just thinking about this, we are actually overproducing on pipes as at the moment. We should technically sink the extra, just to keep the other side of the facility running smoothly. However, I think we would have to run that down below as well. Maybe I'll do that real quick just because I'm probably going to forget if I don't do it now. Oops. Okay. But we will use the subfloors for certain uses, just not every use. So let's see, I need to get over here. Specifically, that one. So you don't need to be opened up. You don't need to be opened up. If we can keep it relatively minimal, that is better in my opinion. And then since we're going to be building this whole spot in anyway, it doesn't matter what the underside looks like, that's fine. So we're just going to put a merger back here. And this will just be Mark III. It's way faster than it needs to be, but that's fine. Okay, so you're going to become a smart splitter for now. Maybe also moving forward though. That will be your any undefined. Your overflow will go forward. So make sure that has everything it needs. Anything extra gets shot down here. And in you go. So this will seem like a lot at first, but once it catches up with itself, it will probably only be like, well, it should be whatever it takes to make a sand fluctuator. So 30 per minute. not a lot. We obviously have a bunch of steel pipes in storage, so that I'm not too worried about. But there we go. That will all get merged in, and you should see this line starting to clear off. There we go. Nice. Perfect. So this line will never back up. We'll keep things moving. If it did, it doesn't matter, but it's really just to keep the other side, like I said, running, and got the production, and may as well use it, kind of thing, you know. Okay. Stators, it doesn't seem like I've ever overflowed. We got 72. Should be getting like 2.5 per minute though. But that's, of course, only when things are running and everything is overflowed. Which it's getting there with time, so it will eventually catch up, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. So yeah, we did not get to finish building everything in today, but we got a lot of progress done. The factory is running. We completed phase 3. We have a direction that we are taking this factory. Looking pretty cool. I think what we're gonna do is like build over kind of like that, but over this whole middle section, and then leave the front exposed, and then it'll be like, you know, build, maybe some cool frame things supporting the middle, and then, you know, the sides will be pretty typical build style that we've been doing, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I think it looks good. And yeah, we'll figure out, like I said, the underside support and all that stuff. We'll have to spend some more time doing some building. But for today, I am satisfied. Get it? Satisfactory, satisfied. So we're gonna call it good. I don't know if there's like a cool spot to go sit, but you know what? Let's go look at all the handiwork that we did over here and see if that was worth our time. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It's not like the most amazing thing ever, but you know. Interesting, something different, just keeping things fresh. All right, appreciate everybody coming by. I apologize for all of the technical issues we had. The weather really did a number on us today, but we made it, got back the end of the stream, so thankfully things cooperated at the end. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. I will be back on Wednesday. Sorry, I just said Friday earlier, but Wednesday night we'll do our 6 p.m. stream when I get home from work, and we will try and probably get started on phase 3. Maybe we'll build this in as well. I might do a little bit offline. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, we will continue with the playthrough on Wednesday, so be sure to come by. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until Wednesday, take care of yourself, and I will see you then. Peace out.